This is the most successful IPO as well as the most successful stock for the year of 2020. Now let us look at the details how this stock performed and make sure that we don't miss the same opportunity should it come our way this year or in the near future. Let us now have a look at the chart of the MerryMart coded MM, and this chart is a monthly chart that shows from the IPO month of June 2020 up to January of 2021. As you can see, this is 1 peso, the IPO price of the stock. And opening day, stock immediately went up as high as 1.5, and that's 50% gain in just the first day of trading. The second day, if I can recall, is another 50%. And even the third day went as high as another 50%, I believe, but then dropped and succumbed to profit taking. But then the first and second days are really very strong. But overall, if you look at the end of 2020, the price of MerryMart, I believe that's December 29, is at 6.18. That price, if you start from 1 peso up to 6.18, that's a 518% gain on your capital. However, because the IPO offering is not available for everyone, so let us just say you bought at the open market on the day 1 of trading and you are able to enter at the price of 1.5. So at the closing price of 6.18, then you would have gained 303%. And let us just continue that gain. If you held on to your stock, then for the year of 2021, you also have an additional of 20%. So at this point, many people will ask, what's the reason behind the success of the stock? Why is it performing so well, so much better than the companies that are already established, well established in the Philippine market? Well, as a trader, today we are not going to dwell into that. We will simply look at how this stock performed over 8 months of its existence and how can we profit from the same success should the same opportunity come our way in the future. So now let us look at the MerryMart daily chart. And looking at this chart, I will use the log scale so that we will have a better look and the increase and the decrease are proportional. So the first strategy that you can use to profit from this very successful IPO is one of the most common investment strategy, which is buy and hold. So if you buy from the IPO price of 1 peso and held on to your stock until right now, then that is called the buy and hold strategy. That strategy, as we measured earlier, is right above 600% gain for 8 months now. And that's the first strategy. The second strategy will be buying on breakout. And if you buy on breakout, that means you only buy the stock when the stock breaks out from a particular specification. So in this example, let me bring in here the Don Chan channels indicator. This channel indicator puts a channel around the price action, and then in this price action you can define how long will be the channel. In this case, I will set the channel to be 21. What does that mean? It only means that on any particular day, the Don Chan channel will look at the previous 21 days and then find the highest price. So in this case, for example, on July 13, 2020, the channel indicator will look back 21 days and then find the highest price. And in this case, this is this price, the high of 4.5. So 21 days later, the high of 4.5 become the upper limit of the channel. And of course, the same way, looking back 21 days ago and then finding the price in that period, and probably this one is the lowest price of that period, and it became the lowest part of the channel, which is 1.28. And as it moves forward, it will keep looking back behind 21 days and find here the highest part and then the lowest part. And as you go along, you will form a channel. What is the significance of this channel? Well, this channel will tell you if the price is breaking out. As for example, on this day of August 18, 2020, that's the upper level of the channel. In fact, it moved the channel up. That means it became the highest point of the prices for the last 21 days. So it's moving up. It is breaking out of the upper limit of the Don Chan channel. That is a good sign. There are many traders who try to wait for the situation and trade and enter only when that happens. So in this case, your breakout strategy might cause you to buy at this price, 3.14. This breakout strategy also have a safeguard that you will have to establish a cut loss figure, because once a breakout happens, it doesn't mean that the price will go up straight. Sometimes it goes back down. And in this case, it went back down as low as minus 15% from the breakout point. And that's bad. That's a very bad situation to be in. So many investors or traders establish a cut loss of around 5 to 7%. I personally use 7.5% drop, and I will sell without asking any questions when that happens. So in this case, this breakout here does not profit me. In fact, I will lose 7.5%. Another breakout scenario is this case here. High volumes below, and then higher than the previous 21 days high. So this can be another breakout point, 3.36. But let me measure again the drop. This case is 8.84%. So I would have lost 2 times already in this stock. The first time is 15%. So let me record that here. 15% losses here. Then here, another loss of 8.84%. But then the breakout happens again on November 3. You can see I was kicked out here because of my stop loss. Then the breakout happens again here. So when the breakout happens again here, let me say just I entered here this price, and now the price continued to go up. It did not whipsaw, did not seesaw below. So I will not be kicked out of this entry, and I will ride the journey up. So let us draw our horizontal line for this trade here. That means the price is 3.54, and I will establish as well a trailing stop limit, which means that if the price goes up and then goes back down significant figure, then I will be stopped out. But in this case, you cannot see a significant drop in the prices. In fact, a base is formed here, went up here, and then you can never see that the Don-chan channel is broken down. So that means the breakout trader will continue to stay in this investment up to here. So now the question, how much does the breakout trader profit from the MerryMart price action? Now let's measure that. So you entered at 3.56, then up to the present, that's 107% gain for the breakout investor. Another strategy here will be for the investor to just simply do a peso cost averaging. So for peso cost averaging, let me just say, let's go to the monthly, because peso cost averaging doesn't need to invest every day. The principle simply says that you will average your investment throughout, for example, a year period, continuously investing regardless of the price action. So for example, for the month of June, let's just say you average your investment to be at middle of the candle. So let's just say here, you invested here 2.3 pesos per share. Then the month of August, another investment here, 3.08. Price drop in August. So this is June, this is July, and then this is August. So you will just simply average your investment every middle of the candle. As you can see, there are many entry points for the peso cost averaging strategy. So let me just remove the last 3 months here, because let us just say that the investor only invested in the first 5 months. If you look here, let us just visually estimate this. I would say the average is up somewhere in the middle here, and that's 2.96. And if you measure that up to the present, that's 172% return. So another strategy is to just simply buy the stock when the stock bounces on support, and let us see how that strategy will work here. Stock IPO'd, went high, and then the bounce investor will just wait for the price to pull back and wait for the support to be hit. Let us say he successfully entered here, July 24. Then another support is established by this long journey from August to October. The price of MerryMart stayed in a very narrow range. Let us say, and this is the support for that range, 2.86. And then another support here created by the range as well at 5.69. So that there are three investments here, and if you measure the successes of these entry points, this one will gain 280%. This investment right here will gain 159%, and then this investment here will have gained 30%. So if we can average this is 310, 410, 470. 480 divided by 3, that's almost 160% gain from investing in MerryMart using buying just above the support level. So this means the strategy waits for a support level to be established. Buy if the price just above that level. So looking at the chart here, I'm showing all the IPOs in the Philippine stock market for the year 2020. And as you can see, MerryMart is the highest performer. The other company is APVI in orange, and that ended up gaining 15.95% as of now since IPO date, which is on June 26, 2020. Other company R8, the yellow curve here, R8 IPO'd in August of 2020, and it gained 17% as of January 22, 2021. Another stock, Converge, the blue line here, almost flat line, gaining only 2.23% as of January 2021. So why I'm showing this image here is just I want to emphasize that not all IPOs are created equal. And as you can see, even with the surge in the beginning, you can also see downtrends. Some of these downtrends are prolonged that will scare some investors away. So MerryMart showed that. So that's from 18th of June until July of 2020. That's a month of downtrend. So there's probably a lot of people who gave up buying here at the top and selling here at the bottom, losing money. Looking as well at APVI. APVI went very high, going up as high as 125%, but then going down on a long decline up to here, October. So IPO June, decline until October. That's a very long decline, only to move up slightly and gradually, very slowly, until 17% gain in January. So not all IPOs are created equal, and I recommend have a strategy when the price goes down, have a strategy price goes sideways, and of course have a strategy when the price goes up. That's what we are all waiting for. So you should be ready with capital and be ready with your strategy. Another lesson from MerryMart IPO here is that you need to be ready when you profit from your investment or your trade. You need to be ready to take your profit. How do you take your profit? Like for example, the first 3 days of IPO, people have profited several 100%, but then only to give it back away if they stayed here. So you have to have a strategy. And one of the strategies I can mention here is that there are investors or traders that sell their stock when the stock drops back 1 week low. So friends, that's all for the study of MerryMart Consumer Corporation IPO and its success in 2020. I hope you learned something. If you want something similar or more of this video, please don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Also share and make a comment if you have something in mind. This is Imperial Trades. Thank you very much.